Good morning, guys. Welcome to Operation Crypto. This is another price update on Vechain, and I'm mainly going back to this one because that trade that I mentioned in the last video has now come in. My sell orders have been hit, and we are now building up a swing trading account. So we started off with $1,000, just short of that, and we are now swinging it. So we made $309 profit from that trade. What we did was we entered the trade. I think it was around 5.1 cent, was it? Let's have a quick look. Vechain here, let's have a look at those trades, transactions. Yeah, 5.18 cent we did trade on. So if we look at that, we'll just put a bit of a marker down here. 5.1 cent was, let's just drag it down a little bit, around there. So that's where we entered, and that's where we sold into that big level of resistance. I did say 7 cent, but I just dropped it short about 6.8 cents. So we're just around 28% up on that trade now. So what we've done is made 30% move there, which is great to see. That's what we're looking for. This new swing trading account, I'm not going to completely take a look at Vechain, because if another asset does come up that we want to swing, I'll let you know. But just if you just keep a track of my videos, and look out for those swing trades as well, and I will be putting them on my Twitter. So whenever I post a swing, I'll bang it on Twitter as well. So looking at Vechain here, we have hit a major level of resistance, which I did talk about in a previous video. It's a key area here where we use it as support, plenty of support wicks, and plenty of support wicks here, which then turn to resistance. That is the next resistance level we're currently at now. I just want to take a look at a bit of a bearish scenario and have a look at some potential areas where we could potentially get another swing trade. I mean, the obvious level, if you're looking for a swing trade, is this region here. As you can see, it was a rejection area, support area around here, and then these last few candles, which did bounce up, that was the area where we did look to potentially where we did form that support before we moved up. So that's at around 5.5 cent. But in terms of Fibonacci's, from the bottom of here, so when we did hit 4.4 cent, we had a great reaction and pushed to the upside, currently into this level of resistance here. So a few key levels. I mean, if you're wanting to buy this asset and not consider a swing trade and you're just looking to reaccumulate, then I would start laddering orders in from 5.9 cent, start here, and then multiple orders all the way down to 4.9 cent. I think if the market did reject, I mean, Bitcoin's looking good for a weekly closure today. Let's just cover Bitcoin for a second. Looking at this last weekly candle, though the last two have been great, any closures above this line here, around 43k, will be very, very bullish. I think that takes out the last, well, it'll be the highest closure of the year, and we're now in getting towards the back end of March, so that's a great thing to see. Really, next week, I think potentially Monday, we probably could get a dump because we will have that closure that we're looking for. We may get a bit of a downward spiral, but then I reckon after that, once we clear Monday that way, I think we'll push up and we will really start to get some candles above this level of resistance at 46k. With that, altcoins will follow it. So just take it what it is. But I mean, looking at current levels, if we did get a slight pullback, I would be looking down toward these levels. What we'll do is I'm going to monitor. I'm not going to open a trade yet until potentially Monday afternoon. We'll have a look at what the market's doing and then maybe look at see if we can get any orders filled. But I'm going to look down here. I'm going to look at this region, 5.5 cent, maybe even down to 4.9, depending how far it pulls back. I mean, let's have a look at that in terms of a price range from this current price. If we drop down to that level, it'll be 20%. So that's not going to happen. 6% down to 5.9. And then down to this level of support, which I mentioned, is a 14% drop. So just be wary. It might look a bit harsh, right? And you think, oh, Andy, it's not going to happen. But just be wary that could happen. So we could have a 14% drop down to that region there. Early doors, Monday, Tuesday, and then we do start to push on. So what I'm looking at here is a potential long from this point here. We'll have a stop loss on this level of support here. So that's a 5% stop loss. And then what we're going to do, we're going to try and break through this level again, which is 25% move. But also, I might potentially just move my stop loss. Once we do start pushing up here, I might just start pushing my stop loss up. I might really start to target this -2.7 here and this -6.8. So that's a potential 54% move. It's not going to happen overnight, but there's a good chance it could happen over the course of the next week or two, depending on how the market goes. Moving into April, it is historically a bullish month for cryptocurrency. So let's see. Let's see if we get his entries, and let's see if we can get some good sells up here. And potentially, it's up to you. You can sell here, back on this level of resistance, which is a key area. Hopefully, well, third time lucky will break through. So 7 cent, look to take profit. 7.6 cent and then 8.4 cent. Those are 3 levels for you to potentially look at taking profit. Look at that, risk and reward is 9.23, and then the stop loss is around 5%. So I have a stop loss at around 5.1 cent. Call it 5 cent. That could be a decent area if you are looking to do a bit of a swing trade. Just dropping, let's just zoom out a little bit and let's have a look at a couple of indicators. The EMA 50 and 20. We are now very close to forming a bit of a bullish cross. Whenever price action is trading above the moving average 50, it's a great time. And as you can see, we've got a couple of daily candle closures above that 50, bang, straight up. So I'm expecting we get a bullish cross here. Bitcoin itself, bullish cross happened. There's a lot of bulls out there now. Ethereum, bullish cross. Polkadot, bullish cross forming. This is good long-term perspective of the direction that price is going. So I'm starting to get really bullish now. Price action is starting to look very, very favourable. Just taking a quick look at the Vechain BTC pair. To be honest, I think the dollar pairs are just dragging the BTC pairs up. But just be wary. If Bitcoin does go on a rally, which it can do randomly, it can start pushing up and leaving you in the dust. If Bitcoin does go hard, potentially it may pull some volume out of a Satoshi pair, so you may start to see some Satoshi pairs actually start to feel the brunt of that move up. So if you're looking for buys on Satoshis, where I've put this red line arrow here, I'd still target down here at 109 Satoshis. I think that's a potential area to buy if the market did allow. But if we still keep pushing on, you can see obviously we're in a nice area of resistance here. If you look at this area here, there was a clear area back then, major support wick which hit that liquidity. Support, 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 resistance. So that's an area that we need to conquer. If the price doesn't get through 151 sats, we're going to drop back down into here. And then also we've got a nice level of resistance up here too, actually. That's quite a very clear confluent area. If you just drag the it up there, if you look at this region here. So look, major support levels here. Bit of a deviation, but we've popped straight back up. And then a major level of resistance here up at 194 sats. So maybe if you're trading Satoshis, levels of resistance, 152 sats and also 191 Satoshis. Buy zones are here, let's call that 110 sats, and I'd ladder them all the way down to 67. Don't think 67 will happen, but you never know. But that's it really today. That's just some quick thoughts on Bitcoin on your Sunday morning, quite early here in the UK. But if you're looking at this, level of resistance, that next 7 cent is that major area to break through. Just remember also, when we get back above these moving averages, we will come back down to retest them at some stage. Whether that's now or in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you will get a pullback at some stage. So just be wary. You can get pullbacks at any point. So that's going to do it for today. Let's keep his fingers crossed and hopefully we can get some nice orders filled down at 5.5 cent. We'll monitor that, but let's have a look. Wait until Monday afternoon appears. If it pumps, it pumps. I mean, I'll look for a different entry. But if we do get a rejection, that potentially could happen after that lovely weekly closure, then I'll have a look in some different places for some buys. So that's going to do it for today. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a great day. I'll speak to you later on.